Can the end justify the means? This is a question I would like to ask you in this video. Will your method, no matter how inhumane or disgusting it may seem, be overlooked if it does work for everyone's benefit? Going back to my previous video, I asked if the consequences of your action weigh more than your choice, and how much impact can it bring to everyone involved. And the next thing that came into my mind is this question: can the end justify the means? Because of that, I cannot think of any other anime or series that perfectly encapsulates the very essence of this question other than this: Death Note. Same as Monster, Death Note is a widely regarded masterpiece of dark storytelling in anime and manga. Its dark brilliance lies in its captivating narrative, moral ambiguity, and exploration of power, justice, and human nature. Hello and welcome. My name is Carl, and today we will talk about the dark brilliance of one of my favorite animes of all time. Let's talk about Death Note. Before we start, I'm going to be completely real with you. I just got back from watching animes recently, hence why I consider myself a casual, but Death Note is one of the animes that is vividly etched into my mind. I remember the nostalgia of being mind-blown after a twist, and I am still looking for that same feeling again with every show or basically piece of entertainment I consume. If you haven't watched Death Note just yet, then I appreciate you watching this video, but I highly advise you to do so, as we are going to cover topics that will have, of course, spoilers, and I personally say that you're missing out. I can guarantee you that you will have a great time watching it. Let's now proceed to Death Note, shall we? The story begins with our protagonist, Light Yagami. Light is not a conventional hero. He starts as an idealistic high school student who gains the power to kill anyone by writing their name in the Death Note. His goal of creating a utopia free from crime morphs into a god complex, showcasing how absolute power can corrupt absolutely. He does have a strong sense of justice, which I can say stems from his worldview and because of his father, who works as a deputy director or chief of police. Light Yagami wasn't just your average high school senior. He was Japan's top student, admired for his intelligence, good looks, and spotless reputation. Teachers loved him, his peers envied him, and to the outside world, he is basically flawless. But beneath that polished exterior was something darker, a mind bored by the monotony of perfection, longing for something extraordinary. On one fateful day, he discovered a Death Note and investigated and tested if it is what it meant to be. He quickly realized that what he got is for real and something he can use to make a change, the one answer to his ambition of power. As the deaths piled up, Light assumed a new identity, Kira, the godlike figure delivering judgment to an unworthy world. But power has a way of corrupting even the noblest intentions. With every name he wrote, Light drifted further from his humanity. He wasn't saving the world, he was controlling it. And because of that, he quickly got the attention of the police and every law enforcement in the world, including the enigmatic L. Every move Light made to protect his identity dragged him deeper into the darkness, forcing him to make chilling sacrifices, even betraying those who are closest to him. Now, the series is focused on the cat and mouse game of these two geniuses, L and Light. L is the world's most famous and successful detective. If he's handling a case, you can surely assume that it's already solved. That's how good he is. It goes to say that he is very efficient on what he do and will do whatever it takes to solve a case. He is also very weird and enticing in his own way. The mannerisms he has, like this slouching posture and eating lots of sweets and drinking coffee with a dozen of like sugar cubes in it, is kinda interesting, which brings more mystique to his character. I just remembered all the L fanboys that I encountered in school before, which definitely not me, by the way, you know, like...
Stop the cap! Stop the cap right now! Stop the cap!
Alright, so going back, their intellectual duels filled with mind games, deception, and manipulation keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. The tension is amplified by the stakes as both characters are willing to go extreme lengths to achieve their goals. The Death Note represents ultimate power, but with it comes grave responsibility. Light's descent into tyranny and his increasing ruthlessness reflects the dangers of unchecked power. The series critiques the concepts of playing God, showing how even noblest intentions can lead to devastating consequences, as I mentioned before. Light becomes increasingly isolated and paranoid as he tries to maintain his dominance. The Death Note brings him power but also burdens him with constant vigilance and moral compromise. Similarly, characters like Misa Amane and Teru Mikami, who also uses the Death Note, shows how power affects people differently, often leading to obsession and self-destruction. Also, the Shinigami, particularly Ryuk, symbolizes a different kind of power. They hold the ultimate ability to take life but are apathetic towards human morality or justice. Ryuk's detachment contrasts sharply with Light's obsessive use of power, emphasizing the corrupting nature of humans' pursuit of control. As Light gains more control over the world, his morality deteriorates rapidly. He begins to use Death Note not only to kill criminals but also eliminate those who opposes him, including innocent people and even the ones that are on his side with justice. At this point, Light, or Kira, thinks nothing is going to stop him and his end goal. Everyone else is disposable. However, his majestic belief in himself leads to hubris, blinding him to his own vulnerabilities and setting the stage for his eventual downfall. With that being said, I guess playing God is not as good as it seems though. Now let's talk about the shocking twist in this story. The story is filled with unexpected turns, especially in key moments that are dramatically altering the narrative's direction. These twists are carefully crafted to maximize their emotional and intellectual impact. Here are some of the twists that are really shocking for me in this series. Okay, let's start with the one that pissed me the most. Let me just breathe here for a second. Okay, I think I'm good. One of the twists that really saddens me is the death of his father, Soichiro. And the reason why, if you need to ask, is holy sh**, this sad piece of f***ing meat has the gall to still use his father to kill Mello in his deathbed. In his father's final moments, he still f***ing calculates how he can freaking use him for his benefit. That is your father for f***ing crying out loud. To be honest, I am not shocked that his father died. I think I expected that from the series, but I knew that there's a possibility that, you know, at least in some way, you still have that memory or sense of lingering for your father. But my goodness, this man has all of the wrong intentions of doing that. He's still like thinking ways of, how am I going to do this? I need to do this one. I think if I do this thing, they won't suspect me of doing anything. They'll just think that I'm in shock or something. But holy, this guy. In my heart, I still believe that even the most manipulative, narcissistic, egomaniac must have feelings or morality with his father's passing, but I couldn't be more wrong. This just shows how desperate he has become. And the next one is perhaps the most shocking twist of the series. Well, my boy, L, the genius detective and Kira's greatest rival, dies halfway through the show. Light's manipulation of Rem, the Shinigami, forces her to kill L to protect Misa. The sheer audacity of killing off a central character so early left me stunned. And Light's triumphant smirk? Absolutely classic. Classic. It's absolutely bone-chilling and mildly infuriating if you ask me. And the last one is the twist that ends it all. After Nier corners Light, Ryuk casually reminds him of his original deal. I'll go ahead and try to do my best Ryuk impression here, and here goes. When your time comes up, I'll be the one who's going to write you in my own death note. Okay, stop. Oh my god, I butchered it. I butchered it, didn't I? Okay, let me just go ahead and go back. As I've said, Ryuk would write his name on his death note. True to his word, Ryuk ends Light's life, proving that even a self-proclaimed god isn't immune to death. What a sad way to go. Desperate and alone in an abandoned staircase. And you know the irony? Light's story ends exactly as it began, with a bored Shinigami writing in his notebook. In conclusion, Death Note is a dark and thought-provoking exploration of morality, power, and human nature. Its brilliance lies in its ability to entertain and challenge its audience simultaneously, making it a timeless classic that continues to captivate fans. The series leaves these questions open for interpretation, inviting viewers to reflect on their own beliefs. Now going back to my very first question, does the end justifies the means? The series critiques Light's philosophy by showing that his means corrupted his goal, turning him from a well-meaning idealist into a tyrannical mass murderer. His system is not perfect justice, but absolute control. Many innocent lives are lost, and the power consumes him, proving the means undermines his ends. The world didn't become truly just or peaceful. It became ruled by fear, and he ultimately paid the price for his arrogance. By the end of the story, I think we all can agree that nothing has changed. The world just continued on, and nothing has changed. The world just continued as it is after his demise. Now, I would argue that the end justifies the means still depends on the situation, the ethical lens you chose to apply, and your willingness to live with the consequences of your decisions, but at a grander scale, the means will cause corruption of your soul or oneself, the loss of what is important to us, and can also set a dangerous precedent where increasingly unethical actions are permitted, which over time can normalize harmful behaviors. In the most ideal scenario, we might even achieve our primary objective, but at what cost? For me, nothing can be achieved with a broken solution. I just hope that in the end, if you think this is right, when you acquired what you ultimately wanted, I hope you still have everything that is important to you, as getting the ultimate prize is nothing if you lost the very same reasons you have to acquire it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're sticking with me till the end, I truly appreciate it. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done it yet, it will definitely help me with the algorithm, and it will only take a second of your time. Also, let me know if you have any thoughts or opinions about this topic, and if you are a Death Note fan as myself, and leave a comment below if you can. I will try to post anything that I deem interesting, whether it's anime, games, or TV shows, and share it with you guys, of course. And I hope that in the next year, the year 2025, that everyone's good. And as always, take care and stay safe. I'll see you soon.